Welcome back to English Field here on the campus of Virginia Tech. It's International Day, and a beautiful one at that, as Clemson leads Virginia Tech 3-1. As we get ready to start the bottom of the second inning, Danny Nokes, CJ Fiala here with you in the broadcast booth, joined on the sidelines by Morgan Conklin. I mentioned a beautiful day here in Blacksburg, hardly a cloud in the sky. Sun is shining, temperature in the mid-60s, a great day for baseball.
It's about time they had some good weather here in Blacksburg. It's been a cold winter. This is baseball weather right here, isn't it, Danny?
Absolutely. We watched these two teams compete on Friday night, and it was pretty frigid and rainy. Certainly not ideal baseball conditions, but today we have them. And Max Ponzerk, the designated hitter, now in the box for Virginia Tech. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one low to even the count at 1. Hokies are 4-10 against Clemson here at English Field. Ponzerk takes for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes to Ponzerk. Here's the pitch. Swung and fouled straight back to keep the count at 1-2. Clemson leads Virginia Tech 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. On the outside part of the plate, strike 3 looking. Ponzerk goes down, and Irwin gets his first strikeout of the afternoon.
Yeah, Irwin seems to find his groove here. Take a look at this pitch. Nice little breaking ball off the outside edge. Ponzerk clearly frustrated himself, the freshman. He's really trying to get things started here in the inning. But a guy that's maybe the best all-around player for Virginia Tech now in the batter's box.
That man is Sean Kaselika. Swings at the first pitch, hits it down the left side. It drifts just foul. And Kaselika was looking to get an extra base hit there.
Kaselika hitting 273 on the year, Danny, and only 33 at bats. That's because they've relied on him so much as a pitcher. Last season, when they had Brad Markey, a couple other guys in the rotation, they didn't have to use him as much on the mound. He was kind of a staff day kind of pitcher, occasional rotation pitcher. This year has really been impressive on the starting bump for the Hokies. He was incredible on Friday, pitching a full 8 innings, 9 strikeouts. 6 of those strikeouts came, I believe, in the first 2 1/3 innings. He was fantastic.
He certainly put on a great performance as he fouls this one back to make the count 1-2. Hokies lost that game 4-0 in 10 innings. Tough loss for Virginia Tech, and a tough loss for Kaselika, who put in a good day's work. One ball, 2 strikes to Kaselika. 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Irwin's pitch missed outside to even the count at 2.
Another thing about Kaselika, too, is besides the fact is that he's such a good hitter and such a good, obviously, pitcher, as we just mentioned. I mean, he can play a lot of places in the field. We usually see him in first. But today, with Miguel Ceballos arguably struggling a little bit in this series, Pat Mason said, you know what, Brendan Hayden, we're going to keep you on first and move Kaselika to left and give Ponzerk a chance to be the DH. And Kaselika has really performed. One of my favorite things to talk about, and it's just such an interesting prospect, is where is this Kaselika guy going to get drafted as?
2-2 pitch connects with Kaselika's elbow, a little too inside. He'll take a strut on down to first base, and the Hokies have 1 on with 1 out.
Number 30, Andrew Mogg.
You saw Irwin there in his numbers early. He was really trying to work the inside of that batter's box against the left-handed Kaselika, lefty versus lefty. elbow there for Kaselica. Luckily, it was his right elbow, Danny. Didn't hurt that left-handed pitching arm.
Good news for Virginia Tech, and that brings Andrew Mogg to the plate for his first at-bat this afternoon. The catcher watches strike one.
We talked about on the other side, Chris Oakey, who's actually behind the plate right now, being a great hitting catcher for Clemson. Andrew Mogg does a very solid job as well, 284 on the year. And for a guy that bats towards the bottom of the lineup, 9 RBIs, 6 doubles. Really impressive numbers for Andrew Mogg as a hitting catcher as well as a great fielder, known for those fantastic throwdowns from behind home plate.
Irwin misses to make the count 2-1. Mogg hits this one in the air to right field, and coming under it is Duggar. No problem. Puts it away for out number 2.
Mogg trying to drift that one out towards that corner in right field, maybe to move Kaselica, give him an extra base. But just wasn't able to open up his swing enough here. You take a look back at this one, trying to open those wrists up. Doesn't put enough under it. And easy out there in right field.
So here's the third baseman, Ryan Tufts, right back up the middle on the first pitch. Nice play by the shortstop. Tries to flip it over, and it gets by the second baseman, Pinder. Everyone is safe, and the Hokies have 2 on with 2 outs. That was Eli White at shortstop making a nice play to snag that ball coming up the middle, but the flip, momentum was carrying him into the outfield, and Pinder couldn't handle it. Everyone's safe. High chopper up the middle, as you see again. White tries to flip it, just not there for Pinder.
He was moving pretty quick on that flip. It's such a hard play to make. Been really impressive had they been able to turn that. Pinder would have had to come way off the bag by the time Kaselica was already there. Safely on. Good opportunity here for the Hokies, and Sage Janko up, who looked really good in his first at bat.
Janko swings at the first pitch, hits it well into left field. Nice play by Roman out there to put it away for out number 3. Hokies threaten with a couple of runners with 2 outs, but unable to put anything on the board. And we'll head to the 3rd inning. Clemson leads Virginia Tech 3-1. You're watching ACC Baseball on ESPN3.